Hello out there. I've got a new camera finally, so I'm hoping I'm going to get some actual nice videos going here. So what I wanted to take a look at today is just a brief overview of my latest acquisition I got just a week or so ago. Of course, it's Gobots Combiner Puzzler. I've got him in his combine mode just to kind of give you a brief overview of how he looks. He's pretty cool. He's got some interesting articulation. Unfortunately, he can't really stand there, but just the fact that a combiner can actually do that I thought was pretty impressive. The arms are, pretty articulated, and he holds together fairly well. As you can see, the arms do not fall out. I notice a lot of people when they're reviewing Puzzler, the chest module there's a wire loop that goes over and kind of connects the chest together and holds it in place. And with that in place, the arms do not really come out unless you actively kind of pull on them. And I don't know if it's showing on the video or not, but for some reason my two legs just do not transform to the correct height, so it always looks like he's leaning to one side. I haven't quite figured out why that is, but he's very cool. I like the look of him. He's, a lot of people say the G1 combiners are like the epitome of combiner, and for the most part they are cool. They have some interesting ideas and everything like that, but not necessarily as fun, I don't think. So I wanted you to give you an idea, look at Puzzler here, and then I was going to do a few size comparisons just to, take a look at things. So the first comparison I wanted to do is with Generation 1 Megatron. And as you can see, Puzzler dwarfs the Generation 1 figure by a considerable margin, and of course Puzzler, being the ultimate Gobot, could probably... Sorry, that was the cat deciding to try and break a cookie jar. Could, of course, totally squash any Generation 1 figure. I mean, look how tiny Megatron is. So that was my first comparison. Then, of course, I wanted to compare him to what everybody says is his closest counterpart, and of course that is Generation 1 Menasor. And of course you look at Generation 1 Menasor and he's itty bitty compared to Puzzler, so of course the mighty Gobot would once again demolish his Generation 1 counterparts. I mean, look how tiny Menasor is compared to Puzzler, the ultimate combining robot. So there's a little comparison with a couple of Gen 1 figures. Let me get Menasor out of the way here. Okay, so at this point you're probably either laughing hysterically or you're about ready to think I'm the biggest idiot in the world. And of course that wasn't Gen 1 Megatron, and that was a little knockoff Menasor I picked up. So you got me. I haven't actually compared the Gobots to anything Gen 1 yet, so fair enough. Right now we're doing a little remodeling, so I can't get to my full G1 collection, so I am unable to get to Menasor, but I can bring in Bruticus to take a look at. So there's a true Gen 1 combiner. You can see generally about the same size. I mean, I guess Puzzler's losing a few inches in height there, and really if you look at Bruticus, the way the chest transforms, it really fills him in and makes him look like a hulking, menacing robot. Where Puzzler looks a little more, way more athletic and more like mobile, but isn't actually packing military hardware like someone over here, so probably would come in on the bad end of a fight. But I just wanted to do a little overview of Puzzler. I think he's very cool. I like, almost any kind of transforming robot, so I don't really have a problem with Gobots myself. But I thought I'd have a little fun with the new camera, do a little test video just to kind of get an idea of how things are looking here. So I hope you had fun with my little play on Transformer versus Gobots. It was all in good fun. I love Transformers. Don't get me wrong, I have an extensive collection. I hope to get more reviews and little videos out here. But I thought the little size comparison would be kind of fun too. So of course we do have the Reveal the Shield Classics Legends Megatron. Then we have a Chinese knockoff Menasor. Probably, I don't know if that's supposed to be a world smallest Transformers knockoff. And then of course Puzzler. It's very cool. I like the look of all the cars going together. It just makes them unusual for what was out at the time. And then of course we have Bruticus, who just looks like a hulking monster next to Puzzler, honestly. Probably a good combo. It probably gives Bruticus the, I don't know what you call it, like the menace that he was probably always lacking in the cartoon. Well, almost always lacking. I would say was probably totally lacking, knowing how the genuine cartoon was. But anyway, there's a brief overview. And thank you for watching.